Hello and welcome to round 23 Oddities of the 2025 AFL season. We're coming to a close of the AFL season. We've got one round left, plus the extra game on a Wednesday, which is weird. But anyway, in this first clip, you can see that Salem tackles his opponent. He realises the umpire is actually not going to make a call, or it might not go his way, and the ball's free, so he just decides to pick it up and run away with it anyway. I feel like this is pretty much one of those definitions of what an oddity is. I don't think I've ever seen this before. I showed this earlier on the channel in a short, so if you saw that, please leave a comment below. Let me know that it went out to you guys. I've wanted to do shorts for a little bit, but anyway, here you can see that I think Zach Bailey has a solid chance at getting the goal of the year. There's been some really good goals this year, but I think this may be one of the contenders. What do you think? Now, for whatever reason, I am still sick. As you can probably hear it in my voice, I just can't seem to shake this thing. I've been sick for like almost a month now. Anyway, if you made it this far into the video, we're only a minute in, but please do leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Leave a comment below. It pushes the algorithm out to more people. Appreciate it. And how's this? The old crow throw is 100% back. Even Cummings said after an interview he knew that Keys had thrown this, and he still went through and kicked the goal anyway, didn't he? After Thilthorpe cops one right on his noggin in a marking contest, the ball goes down to the ground, and you can see that there's a bit of a contest between Hinge and Sidebottom, and the ball goes out of play. The umpire pays insufficient intent, but they don't know who it's actually out of. Watching the replay, it was off of Hinge, and he gets the free. The umpire has been absolutely conned by Hinge putting his arms out and pleading for the free, even though he's the one who's kicked it out. At this point in the game, there's 5 minutes left, and Harry Sheasel is on 49 disposals, so the team knows that, and they just want to get it to him. They know they want to get him that 50 disposal mark. After a free kick goes to Jerry, he can see that Sheasel's hanging around. He eventually gets the ball, but Morris Rioli says, "Not on my watch." He actually ends up with 54, but this was a great tackle. Roberts from the Bombers kicks the ball inside the forward 50, and Menzies is able to take the mark, and he is 10 metres out, straight in front. The commentators say that he's usually got the yips for a kick like this, and it obviously got to his head because somehow he has absolutely shanked this kick. This is another short that I put out, and you can just see after Shea Bolton kicks the ball straight into the forward 50, Tracy has the chance to go back and kick a very important goal and somehow just completely stuffs it. He's played on, I guess the moment got to him, and in the end he gets pushed off the ball and it's a rush behind. Ouch. I'm not a Saints or Bombers fan, and to be honest, don't really care too much for either teams, but far out, I thought the Bombers got a really rough deal with the umpires on the weekend. You can see this example here. The umpire clearly says, "No St Kilda ruck, no St Kilda ruck," and just as the ball's coming in, he actually says, "No Mason," as in no Mason Wood, you can't contest that ball. He makes contact with Goldstein in the ruck contest. This is a clear free kick. How the umpire did not pay this is absolutely beyond me. This was a very nice mark here by Williams over Bont of all people. After Sean Manor absolutely launches it from beyond 50, you can see that McLean reckons he's touched it. It goes back to the replay and you can just see that his ring finger has just touched it. You can see it bend back. On the Channel 7 version, BT is absolutely losing his mind, saying, "How can you determine that?" I feel like it's pretty clear that it is touched, but that is just by the tip of his finger that he's been able to spoil this. I think this clip here is a great example of how much the pressure was on for both teams. Both teams' defensive 50 was extremely important in both sides of who was going to win. But you can see here that the Crows are pressing, the Pies' defense is standing up. The pressure of this game was just amazing to watch. I had a great time watching this, especially because the Crows won. Harry Mackay took the ball out of the ruck and kicks a goal like it's absolutely nothing. This was a wicked goal. Again, I'm not entirely sure how this wasn't holding the ball. You can see that Chad Warner tries to fend off the tackle several times and is eventually tackled down to the ground, and the umpire hasn't paid it. For me, I probably would have liked to see this one be called holding the ball. He tried to fend off twice, was not successful, and didn't dispose of the ball legally. He had one arm free, so that's holding the ball. After Taylor Walker takes a mark, he tries to kick the ball into the corridor, and it's a very bad kick. Eventually, Schultz ends up with the ball and is tackled by Worrell, and you can see this could have gone either way. The umpire could have paid push in the back for Worrell's tackle landing in his back, or the other call should have been holding the ball. I feel like the umpire, for me, I know I'm a Crows fan, feel like it should have been holding the ball. Schultz had time to dispose of the ball. He didn't and was tackled down to the ground. You can see both the Crows players sort of stop wanting to go back and take the free kick, but the umpire just calls play on. So, I don't know. What do you think about this one? It should have been one way or the other, surely. After Stengel takes a mark, probably about 45 metres out on a very tight angle, he goes back and you can see that he's getting some advice from a fan from the Swans, and as he goes back, he absolutely nails the goal, which is a very hard thing to do from that pocket, and you can just see that the fan from the Swans sits down and he just has to eat humble pie. Yet again, another example of holding the ball that was not paid by the umpire. You can see Simpkin has time to dispose of the ball. He gets tackled down to the ground and then the ball comes loose. This is a very easy holding the ball call. The umpire was probably too late in the game, just didn't care. Play on. What do you think about this call from the umpire? Do you think this was enough to be play on? After Murphy gets the ball, you can see he does turn around. I don't know if he takes enough step to be considered off his mark because he's running with that momentum. You can see he turns around, he slips over and eventually gets tackled and called for holding the ball. Do you think that's the right call? I feel like the umpire probably could have given him the opportunity to come back after his momentum was carrying him forward. But either way, in the end, it probably is the right call because he does step over the mark. But I don't know, you see this sort of stuff get called back very often. Curtis has thrown his hat in the ring to be considered for goal of the year. To be able to kick this off your left boot and the force that he's done it for it to go through for a goal, this is absolutely threading the eye of a needle. After Lewis takes a mark in the forward pocket, you can see he's going to snap around the body on the left, and he just doesn't make great contact with it. He barely kicks it 20 metres, and it's a very easy mark on the line here by Salem. How's Lawal's kick off the ground here? He could be playing for the Socceroos with a kick like that. Probably won't make goal of the year, but this is a very nice goal. Very well done to the young fella. Naz has been absolutely on fire the last couple of weeks, but this one here is probably a moment he'd rather forget. He tries to fake two defenders, and eventually when he kicks, he gets pushed off the ball and turns it over. Probably should have just gone back and take a set shot at goal for this distance, I would have thought. In the context of the game, I feel like the umpires put the whistle away too much. Goldie probably should have been called for a holding the ball free kick for him. I feel like he had opportunity to dispose of the ball, he didn't, and Goldie tackled him. For me, that's holding the ball yet again, not paid. And for the last clip, I wanted to show this one here by Darcy Fogarty. After a contested mark, he goes up, takes it, and he's able to hold onto the ball all the way down. But the mark looks pretty spectacular in a pack mark like this, where he's able to grab the ball at the highest point of his jump and come down with it and secure the ball and eventually kick a goal for the Crows. That's it for this week. Thank you very much for watching. If you do like this video, that would help me out, and leave a comment below. That always helps the video get pushed out to more people. The more comments, the better it is. And today's secret comment that you can put down below is easy, as in the Crows won, but it wasn't easy. Thanks for watching.